Welcome. You made it. You're on your mat. And now it's time to just kind of block everything out and come to the interior spaces to have a look around. So sit comfortably in a cross-legged position. I'm propped up on a pillow. If you have like a couch cushion or a bolster, you're welcome to just go grab that and prop yourself up. So once we find ourselves here, we'll take a minute just to find our plumb line. So taking the center of the ear and trying to stack it to the center of the shoulder, the center of the greater trochanter, little protrusion. It's harder to do when you're sitting, and we'll just essentially just stack ears, shoulders, and hips. And we're going to start coming into our own breath awareness. So trying to relax the inner grinds and inviting the exhale. Just releasing the weight of the legs into the floor. And feeling the rise of breath and all four sides of the ribcage expanding in equal part as we grow length through the crown of the head. And releasing the soft palate. Bring a little artificial yawn to get that sense of brightness. And then as we take the time to pass the tongue across the teeth and take the opportunity to swallow a couple of times, we'll rest on teeth apart, lips gently coming together. And then we're going to turn 45 degrees over to the right. And let's just think about that for a second. What would we like to drive this rotation? What moves first? It's a bit of a trick question. It's the breath. The breath carries us. It's the fuel that carries us. And then the intention or the driver of the physical body to follow the movement. And choose 2 points. Start with the navel or this little divot here, the manubrium. For me, I need to always think of this as the leader in my gait when I walk forward. We can also take these 2 points and start to play with them as our two kind of like lead horses that are steering and drawing us where we want to go. And then everything else is coming along for the ride, keeping that structure of the plumb line. So from here, we're going to take the arms up, gaze at our hands, take a nice full breath in, and then as we exhale, we're going to turn the hands, press them away as we bring our gaze to the opposite corner. And this is our movement meditation we're going to play with. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling. Exhaling. It's about 8-ish. And then from there, we're going to just pull a little further up and over to the left side as we reach through the right fingertips and draw the shoulders down. Breathing in and out. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And breathing out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming back to center for a minute, pause. Finding your plumb line. Shifting the weight so the full connection with the sitting bones is present. Soft smile. Just noticing how one side might feel in contrast to the other. And then we're going to switch our legs without our hands. Inhale. Coming to the other side. Exhale, start to push away as we gaze in the opposite corner. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And start to come up and over. Gentle side bend as we extend out through the fingertips and press down. There's this gentle activation downward. Breathing into our side body, getting heavy in the left hip. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Easing off. Exhale, grounding down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then slowly come back up. Place your hands on your thighs, palms facing up. Find your plumb line. Coming into the awareness. What are you feeling? What are you experiencing in the body? And then slowly letting that go. Great, and extend the legs forward. And as we play warming up the ankles and the hip sockets, we're going to row, row, row our boats. So as we inhale, we're going to come forward. And exhale, we'll flex back. And so we're going to lean forward as we inhale and lean back as we exhale. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale, reverse direction. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. And we'll finish on an inhale. Just hang for a minute. Deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very passive in the legs. Feeling stillness. Inviting the body to soften. And the more we stay in it, we start to see and observe any holding pattern that might release. And maybe we move a millimeter further or closer to the ground. Inhale to lift the chin. Exhale to slowly come up, leading with heart and navel. Finding our plumb line, and then as we lengthen through the crown of the head, imagine this humble chin. It's always often described as holding an orange between your chin and your chest. And then the counter action is just gently redirecting, folding ribs down. We don't want them to flare out. Just a series of actions and counteractions, counteractions, and on. Always little adjustments to the point where we're never actually static. always just making these subtle adjustments to find balance. Good. And then from there, gotten into the legs, gotten into the neck a little bit, releasing some of that tension. And from here, we're going to open the legs up and finding our plumb line, sitting back into the balancing act of the hip bones. And we're going to think of activation through this leg, almost like it's powered by the force of the hands off the toes, and then complete passive relaxation as we draw the hand back. So to start, we're going to find a grip either on the floor next to the ankle or somewhere on the outer leg. If it's accessible, you can grab for the big toes, just gently activating through both legs. And as we breathe our awareness, think of grounding down across the points of the leg as the hand passes all the way down to the ankle. Inhale to come back. Exhale. Inhale to come back. Exhale to ground that leg down to the earth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. This is our movement meditation. Inhaling. Softening. Exhale, activating. Inhale, softening. Exhale, activation through the leg. And then we're gonna either, you can cross them or place your hands on the floor, come into a passive version, relaxing the weight and effort of the legs. Keep your breath awareness. Think of activating through the back body, through the side ribs. We'll slowly start to walk ourselves up. Coming to the other side. Finding our plumb line, grounding through the pelvis, getting really weighty. Start to gently draw the toes back up towards the face, spread the toes. And then from here, we'll reach up and over just to find that point of contact where we're getting something from it. Let's revolve the navel, equilibrium towards the center of the left thigh. And we'll exhale to breathe that leg down into the floor. Inhale to reach it back up. Exhale, grounding it down into the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Making your way to your passive variation, whatever that looks like. And have your hands by your side. Just a very, very layered approach to surrender. So notice if the feet are relaxed, backing your awareness up the legs, just asking the body to receive the floor, receive the assistance of the floor for support. Feeling the help of gravity draw you deeper into the pose without force. Start to breathe into your back body, opening up the kidney wings. Breathing into any congestion you might be feeling. And soften and surrender as the breath falls out of you. Inhale to look up. And slowly coming back to center. Just taking a moment to pause. Inhale to lengthen across the front line of the body. Open the throat. Exhale to slowly start to tip forward. We're going to place the hands here and just start to sway from side to side. If you've ever observed life under water, seaweed, kelp forests, just start to use that as inspiration for how you're moving. A sense of incubation, making a bit of a cocoon under the water. Tuning out any outside distractions or noise. And now we're going to turn the right forearm up and then draw it, if that's comfortable, to the side of the leg. You can also prop yourself up if you need your fingertips. We're going low tech. If you have a block, you can also raise the floor up. That can feel really nice and keep you quite passive. We're going to inhale to open up. Exhale to draw down. Inhale. Exhale. Now as we breathe, let's remember who's driving and exhale. So breath initiates the movement. Choose that center point that's really setting the course for the rest of the torso to follow. The neck is this extension of the spine. It's really coming along for the ride. You can keep your eyes closed, or if you'd like, you can just track your eyes along with your body movements. Last one, inhale. Full expression. Taking it up and over and getting very heavy in the opposite hip. Drawing the shoulder blades down the back. Breathing here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pause. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Just staying with that nice balanced breathing pattern. And then exhale, we'll walk the hands back, finding our kelp forest. Staying very aware of your breathing pattern, gently inviting it to balance the exhalation with the inhalation. Ask yourself, what is initiating this movement? Where is it originating from? I breathe in. The navel gently gestures me over, and everything else comes along as this beautiful echo. Moving back up through center. Take a moment. Open up the back line, or front line rather. Exhale to come back in. And turn the left forearm. Coming into the other side. So the legs are quite passive here, not really pressing them down into the floor actively. Inhale, take the arm up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Just inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Breath. Movement. Exhale. Movement. Inhale, breathing the arm up. Exhale, bring it down. And inhale, and fold the arm. Start to turn the palm, reach up and over. Get heavy in your right hip, the opposite leg from the one that you're reaching up and over. Breathing into the side ribs. See if you can feel the skin move up and down across your rib cage. And then slowly walk ourselves back to center. Just revisiting our lovely little cocoon under the water. We're a little piece of seaweed swaying, being moved by the current of our breath. And we'll slowly start to work our hands back up. Take a little gentle back bend. Exhale back to neutral. We're going to take the legs, bring them in. The right one is going to come parallel with the short edge of our mat, and the left one can bend behind us. Inhale, we're going to grow nice and tall. Exhale, we're going to start to invite the navel to turn our body to 45 degrees to the front corner of the mat. And from here, we're going to start to exhale, ground down through the legs. And the hand gesture is going to move and back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Rounding through the legs as we rotate. Inhale. Breath, then movement. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to linger here. Explore with that range in the arm, linking it to your breath. Looking for a little more rigor or vitality. See what happens if you extend through the arm and bring your gaze up to the top hand. Just explore. And exhale. Unwind. And tuck the legs to the other side. Inhale to grow nice and tall. Exhale to ground through the legs. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to move us over to that 45-degree rotation. Hands to the outer left thigh. Inhale, draw the arm back. Exhale, coming into our twist. Inhale. And exhale. Moving into our meditation. Inhaling. Seeking spaciousness. Exhaling. Grounding down. activating through the legs. You're drawing the navel in towards the spine as we rotate. Inhale to release back to neutral. Exhale, start to engage the legs through the core. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And again, exploring the full range of motion, that top arm reaching up and down. Up, grounding through that back leg, back knee down. You can press the knee back, press the hip back. Last breath. Exhale to slowly unwind. Just feeling that flush in your legs, your torso, your arms. I'm going to draw the legs together, soles of the feet touching. Interclasp your fingers and scoop them underneath. Inhale to grow nice and tall. Exhale, draw your chin to your chest, coiling into a little ball. And take your forearms and gently knead the middle of the calf. Now we're going to open the throat, staying nice and low. And then open the chest. Inhale. Exhale, coil into a little ball. Inhale to open the throat. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Center. Finding our home base. I'm going to start to open up the energy lines of the legs. So take your thumbs and see if you can feel for this. There's this little divot here right off of the Achilles tendon, just right in front of it. Just kind of below, about an inch behind the bone of the ankle here. So you come down an inch and then over an inch and up slightly, and you'll feel this little pocket. And then we're going to move from that point and start to thumb walk all the way up the legs. And as we do this, we can rock from side to side, just using some of our own body weight momentum from that to just open up that first line of the legs. And then we're going to take the palm and do the same thing. Ideally, our arms are straight when we're doing this. We're Thai massaging ourselves, so we'll do what we can to conserve our energy as we're trying to release vitality within our own bodies by doing this work. Now we're going to move to the second line, which I didn't describe, but I'll come in a little bit more, just above the ankle bone there, and start to knead the second line. You really can't make a mistake. We're just thumbing and palming the lines of the legs, just mindful of the bone. We don't want to be thumbing and palming our bones. And then when you switch from your thumb walks to your palm, just make a little nest and sink in. It doesn't have to be very deep. This is just self-administering, creating a little sense of rocking from side to side. Some parts can feel quite tender, and that is normal, and it's a good thing you're getting in there. And then the final line, just off of the shin bone. Just working our way up and down. Just providing hormone rebalance, stress reduction, those good things. Sleep better, digest better. Freeing up the energy lines, and then just give yourself a palm up and down the legs. 3 passes. We're going to move to the upper thighs now. Let's take a pillow. You've got one pillow handy. You could fold it up. You don't have to do this. Actually, if you find that you're not as open and your legs are a little bit higher, then you don't need the pillow necessarily. And we're just going to use that leverage, use that support and lift, and just start to use the forearm to knead into the thigh. So take your left hand onto the mid shin of the right leg, starting at the base of the femur, as close to the crease as possible. And just slowly start to melt your weight into the tissue of the inner thigh. We're hitting all 3 lines at once here. So let's just slow down. You can kind of like find a spot, make a nest, and sink your weight into it, and then slowly start to roll. Try that again. Find the brain of your forearm. Make contact with soft tissue. Sink in to make a nest. And roll off. All the way up the line. Just being mindful of the joints. When you roll off, you can just stay with the awareness of the skin sliding across tissues underneath. We're going to just take a little stretch here across the side. So left hand behind left thigh. Come into the belly of the muscle here. Give yourself a little twist and finish that thigh. And then we'll do the other side. Be kind to yourself. Right? Imagine you're doing this to someone else. You know, we are always more ginger with someone else than when we are to ourselves. Like we shampoo our hair, like where, you know, we're doing it to we're doing it to our children, maybe not our animals, we're getting in there with the animal, but it's the same sort of care you would give to someone else if you're doing this to them. So coming into our second side, grabbing for the opposite shin, and just starting to knead. You can't really make a mistake. And if you are a body worker yourself, just follow your instincts and take this opportunity to receive. And we're going to find the center of your forearm. Take your time to sink it in. It's well worth it, finding a good spot. And then sink into the tissues as much as you, with the help of your hand, use your own body weight and a nice, strong arm. Drop the shoulder blade down the back a little bit. And then roll it off. And again, we're just opening up all 3 of those energy lines. Any pockets of tension and congestion that are preventing the flow of chi or energy through the body to feed us, keep us feeling vital, energized, functioning at the highest level, digesting, transporting waste, all of it, all of the bodily functions that require energy, just freeing that all up here. And just giving your legs some love into that opposite twist. So this we can actually really get use the elbow in a straightened position. We're creating some traction in our spine, a little bit of a rotation, and also just letting the tissue slide beneath the left. So good. Don't rush it. And then we'll slowly extend his legs out. See how that feels. Well, hopefully that felt really quite nourishing for you, and you're able to resume life. And thank you for practicing.